Hi guys, Serious 3 here from LEGO Builder 3, and it's Christmas time, so today we're going to take a look at the LEGO Star Wars Gingerbread AT-AT, which is recommended for ages 10 and up. The number is 40806. It comes with 697 pieces, one exclusive minifigure, was released in 2025 and retails for $60 US. So here's a look at the front of the box. The AT-AT has a very nice Christmas design to it. You can see the top, we have the Darth Vader minifigure. Here's a look at the side of the box. And we can see the back of the box shows some interior details of the set, which is pretty neat. So now without further ado, let's open up the box and see what's inside. Alright. Alright, so let's see what we got over here. So we have one instruction booklet, two loose pieces, bag number 1, and all the way to bag number 5, I think. Yep, so we have a total of 5 bags of pieces, and 2 loose pieces, and 1 instruction booklet. So why don't we take a look at the instruction booklet right now. So nothing too interesting on the front or the back. Let's flip it open. Okay, I think it's just a normal instruction booklet. Nothing too special here. Let's see if we have an ad at the back. Nope. Okay, we have a total of 106 pages. So now let's build the setup and see how the build looks. Here's the setup built up, and let's first take a look at the minifigure. And here's a look at the Darth Vader minifigure, which is exclusive to the set with this gingerbread design throughout his outfit. The caramel color helmet, which is very nice to get. If you remove that, inside we just have a plain caramel color head, and also this bottom part of the helmet piece attached to the neck. And my favorite part of the figure is probably the cape, which is very detailed. It's a nice texture of the fabric with some dots and the white lining right there. Very cute cape. Yeah, and he has a round 1x1 tile of a little cookie right there. His lightsaber, which is nothing too special, but he also comes with an exclusive torso and leg design right there. And yeah, I think the Gingerbread Man adaptation of Darth Vader is quite unique. Also some back torso print right there, forgot to show. But yeah, very kind of like, I guess, adorable minifigure. It's kind of weird to use the word adorable on Darth Vader, but you know, this is the gingerbread version. It's pretty adorable. I've even seen people replace his lightsaber with the candy can, which I found pretty hilarious. Let me just try that out. And bam, there we go. Here's the complete version of Gingerbread Darth Vader. Very awesome. And here's a look at the build itself. Now, disclaimer beforehand, I've barely ever watched any Star Wars, so I basically know nothing about the AT-AT or just anything about Star Wars itself, which is kind of crazy, I know, but still, just looking at the build itself without any Star Wars knowledge, I think this is still a very spectacular set. The design with the Christmas themed colors and everything just feels very colorful, feels very festive, and it's quite interesting to see this colorful design appear on the AT-AT, which is normally kind of just a bland gray, I believe. So it's quite refreshing. And yeah, the design is kind of, I guess, symmetrical. So I guess we'll start with the front part. I'm assuming that this is the head part of the AT-AT. And we have two little candy cans poking out on both sides, which is pretty cute. We also have more of this kind of candy cane designs at the bottom right here. And we have some colorful green, pink, red, and white dots on both sides. We can lift this top part right here, which reveals kind of like a little seating space, which you can put the minifigure inside, and that fits quite nicely. So I guess I'll just put our Darth Vader inside right there. There we go. And moving on to kind of like the main bulk body parts. So I guess we'll take a look at the legs first, which these four legs are completely identical. So you have to kind of just build these four legs, well, 4 times. But they have the same designs with a red and pink bow ties at the bottom. Also some nice kind of like frosting designs right here. I really do like getting that white kind of a frosting piece. And the legs are quite posable, so you can kind of move the, I guess, the feet kind of forwards and backwards. And the legs are kind of connected via these technical hinge pieces, I guess. Not very good with technic pieces. But yeah, you can kind of just move the legs like that, and there's also another hinge at the top, so you can move the entire leg section kind of just forward and backwards. And it is the same build for all 4 of the legs, so they are exactly identical. And right here we also, oops, that piece just kind of just fell off. Sorry about that. And the middle part right here, we have a red ball kind of. So I'm assuming that this is probably like a structure of the AT-AT itself, but again, I'm not very familiar with the structure of the AT-AT. But it is a red ball kind of on this brown or caramel color round plate on this white, I don't know what that piece is called, but I'm assuming that this is also a color matching with the Christmas theme, so that's pretty neat. And yeah, just the side has a lot of these round dots designed to match with kind of like the gingerbread design. We have this long rope part right here with a lot of colorful lights, so that's pretty nice. You can see the back. Nothing too special with the back right there. And the other side is kind of exactly the same as the right side, so the build is pretty much symmetrical, I believe, except for, I guess, the top part right here and the interior. So to access the interior, you just have to flip this panel up. Same goes with the other side. And here's a better look at the interior, which I would say is probably my favorite part of the build. It's just very cozy, kind of like a little compartment right there. Feels very, very nice. So we have like a little fireplace right there with 2 flames. We have 2 Christmas socks right there, 1 red, 1 green. Here's a better look at it. And on top of the Christmas socks, we have a little green plant decoration right there. And in the middle, we have kind of like a rug with a little chair, which you can put Darth Vader inside right there. We have to take off his lightsaber first, which we do have a little clipper piece right there that you can place the lightsaber on. That fits very nicely. And you can just put our figure inside right there. His cape kind of has to go behind the chair back right there. Sorry about the wobbling camera. Alright. And on the other side, we have a little table with a plate and a teacup on top, which is pretty cute as well. And in the back right there, we also have another one of those green decorations. And oh crap, I think I forgot. the candy can actually goes right here, so you can just clip that right there. And on kind of the two panels right here, we have two of these Christmas wreath right there with some red bow designs attached to it. That is very neat. I just love how the interior is so detailed. And there goes the wobbling camera again. Sorry about that. Yeah, it feels very festive, feels very cozy. And in the back, we even have two little present boxes. Let me just remove the minifigure. You can kind of see that right there. So we have a red one with a yellow bow and a green and white one. And these two presents are kind of just attached to this jumper plate piece right there. So you can kind of just remove them pretty easily. But that's pretty much it for the interior, I believe. And you can just shut these two side panels right there. And there we go. I think that is pretty much it for the build. And here's one last look around the exterior. Again, very colorful, very Christmas themed. Just this gingerbread design. And yeah, that is it for this set. I believe this is actually my first ever AT-AT set that I've built. And even though I'm not really a Star Wars fan, the set design, you know, with all this gingerbread, colorful designs, all this little details of the interior, I think this is just a really good Christmas set in general. Even though if you're not a Star Wars fan, again, I think this is going to be a very fun build. It's a really nice design to kind of fit the whole Christmas season. And yeah, the price tag of $60 is honestly pretty good for a Star Wars set. You know, nowadays Star Wars sets are normally very overpriced. So I would say this is a pretty decently priced set with a lot of nice details, a lot of nice designs, even a very awesome exclusive minifigure. So yeah, overall, very happy to build this set. Yeah, wish everyone happy holidays or Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. And thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.